Hello everyone. Today this is my first video for my Facebook page, and I selected today's day because I have kept the name of my Facebook page as Science Beyond Books. So when we see our surroundings, um, every event, every occurrence has some science attached to it. So the reason for selecting today's day is that today is the World Peace Day. 21st September is celebrated as the UN World Peace Day, and this year's um, the theme for World Peace Day is very unique, and we are all actually striving for that, whatever this theme stands for. So this year the theme is meditation for peace. So when we talk about the term meditation, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the wonders of meditation, rather how meditation works. Now, we have heard many people saying that we should be doing meditation, it helps in improving concentration, it helps in improving health. But how meditation works, the mechanism which is involved in meditation, that is mostly not understood by us. And this is the prime reason that even though we know so many benefits of meditation, it is very difficult for us to actually do meditation because we don't get that inner signal. Because for doing something, um, internal permission is very important. There has to be permission from your inner soul or inner self. If there is no permission from inner soul or inner self, it is very difficult to do that thing, even we may know the hundreds of benefits of doing something. So when we talk about meditation, so what I am telling you today is actually a part of my self realization, because you see, there are two ways of knowing things. One is you perform an experiment, you get your observations, you analyze the observation, and you come to a conclusion. That is one way of doing things. And another way of doing thing is that, or understanding different thing, is that we should do a lot of introspection or inner thinking, because there are many answers which comes from inside. You cannot simply gather data and prove those things. So what are the benefits of meditation and how meditation works? That understanding has to come from within. So what I have understood, like it has been around 12 years that I am doing meditation. So basically, let's begin with an example and let's try to understand the science behind meditation. So if I ask you that how many of you remembered the ABCD which you learned so many years ago in your, maybe in your primary classes or in your nursery classes, you'll say the most of you remember ABCD. You'll never forget it. Okay, no matter, even if you meet with an accident or something like that, you are not going to forget at least ABCD. Or for that instance, like name of your mother, your father, your home address. So all these things are more or less quite permanent in nature. But if I ask you that 2 years back, if you have studied a book, what was there in that book? Okay, especially when it is related with your education. Okay, suppose you are in class 10 and I ask you that what you studied in class 8. Most of the things are forgotten. You can hardly recall around 20 or 25 odd percent of what you have learned 2 years back. Now, why that happens? Why that happens? Why we are not able to retain the recent information, but what we have learned so many years back, that we are able to retain? The reason is that you draw an analogy, because whatever we see around us is a reflection of our own self. So if you draw an analogy, if you take for example a computer, you know that any kind of computer has two types of memory. Okay, so it's a, one is a primary memory, another one is a secondary memory. Now when we talk about a primary memory, it is more of a permanent kind of memory, where all the basic, the operating system, all these things which cannot be deleted are located. And another one is the secondary memory, where the additional information is stored. Now when it gets full, it can be erased and all those stuff. So same way our brain acts as that of a computer. Okay, because maybe that is a reflection of our brain. So initially when we are small, our brain is relatively empty. so there's hardly any stored information. So when we are learning the initial things, the initial facts, the initial things that we see around, those actually goes into our primary memory. And very soon, people, you must have heard researchers or in those ads showing that ब्रेन का विकास 6 साल में पूरा हो जाता है. इसका मतलब क्या है? That maybe by 5 to 6 years our that primary memory gets filled up, and whatever remains there is more or less permanent. But after that, as more and more information comes in, because you see, a single photograph in today's world, in today's, suppose in this camera, a single photo occupies so much MB of space. So our whole life is a sequence of video, because how we perceive, how the information goes into our system. Our information goes into our system through our five senses, through our eyes, through our nose, through our mouth, through our ears, through our skin. So these are the receptors. Through these, the information you want, you don't want, the information will go into your brain. For example, suppose now I am talking to you, but apart from my face, there are other things in the background. The photograph is there, the statue, Buddha statue is there, the horai is there. So even if you don't want, these pictures are being formed on your retina. Let's talk about the eyes. Only my face is not being formed. These pictures are also being formed. So that means along with my face, the other pictures, those information are going to your brain. So unwantingly also those information are getting stored in your brain. So same way, suppose there are so many sounds we hear which are of no use to us during the daytime. So many smell we perceive, so many taste we perceive. We feel so many things. So all those information, so you can imagine the hugeness of the data which is actually getting stored in your brain. So very soon our secondary memory gets filled up, and when new and new information keeps on coming in, the earlier information keeps on getting deleted, and therefore we are not able to retain that. Now what happens in meditation? Now there are different forms of meditation as described by different gurus and all. What I am talking about here is a meditation which is associated with the state of your body. Now all of us know that we are aware of the three states. Like you are aware that you are awake now, so that is the state of remaining awake, awakefulness. There is another state, and that is the state of dream. If you have dreamt, you will remember that you have dreamt last night. And suppose you slept yesterday night, so you will be remembering that you have slept. So we are aware of these three states generally: state of remaining awake, state of sleep, and state of dream. The fourth state is called the state of transcendence. Okay, transcendence means wakeful consciousness, you can say, or a kind of where you are at peace, but at the same time you are aware of your surroundings. For example, like many a times it happens that you have slept at night, but in spite of sleeping at night, you had a sleep, but early in the morning you awake with a headache and all. The reason is that physically you were sleeping, but your mind was not at rest. The reason why your mind is not at rest is because you just try doing this thing, you just close your eyes. The moment we close our eyes, so many thoughts, so many pictures keeps on flashing across our head. The reason is all those unnecessary information which has got stored. Now when we do meditation, now here I am talking about transcendental meditation. Okay, here this transcendental meditation is one of the most effortless kind of meditation. Now many a times you will find that people who are teaching you meditation, they will tell you, look at this picture, look at this object, and you try to focus, you try to concentrate. But transcendental meditation is none of that kind. How we do transcendental meditation? The process is very simple. You just shut your eyes. You sit comfortably in any corner of your home, in any posture, preferably in an upright posture. Your back should be erect. That will be more comfortable for you. And you just close your eyes. The moment you'll close your eyes, you don't have to think anything. It is not contemplation. You don't have to contemplate or think about anything. Just close your eyes. Moment you will close your eyes, you will find different thoughts, different kind of pictures and all those stuff coming to your head. They'll keep on flashing. It's very natural. Now, people say that, oh, I'm not able to focus. You don't have to focus. You allow those thoughts to come. Don't try to prevent that, because we have to go to a process of deleting those. So what we do is that after that, those who teach transcendental meditation, they give some words which are called mantras to the people. Now, even if you don't know any of such mantra or word, which is given according to the age, if you don't know that, you can take up the universal word or the universal mantra, the sound of creation, the sound of the universe, which is called Om. The word Om has been detected even when the scientists, they have collected waves from the space and have converted that into a sound wave. So generally sound don't travel through vacuum, but the other kind of energy which travels through universe, when that was captured and transferred into sound, it was found to be very similar to that of Om. Okay, so it's the sound of universal creation. So you take up that word Om slowly in your mind. You don't have to speak it loud. Just take it up in your mind and take it up for a while, for just once. Om, like that in your mind. Don't utter it. You'll find that for a fraction of a second, your brain goes blank for a fraction. And after that, again the thoughts will come in, because so much of data, so much of terabytes and beyond that, if there is any byte of data is there stored in your brain, secondary data, useless data. So what happens, as you keep on repeating that process, you need patience. That is a very big virtue you need for meditation. First you need belief. You have to believe it. Okay. uh, if you don't believe in anything, obviously you're never going to get the result. First you have to believe, and second you need to have patience. So you keep on repeating that. As we keep on repeating that word Om, a time will come when you'll find that after few days maybe, when you will take up that word Om inside you, your brain will go blank for a longer duration of period. Why? Because as we are uttering that word is slowly deleting those unnecessary information, and it will allow the useful information to penetrate deeper into your permanent memory. So that is how meditation helps us. People say that meditation increases your concentration. But how? How meditation increases your concentration? Because in order to increase concentration, you have to be focused. You have to be focused on a particular aspect. How you can be focused on a particular aspect? When your accessory knowledge or accessory information or useless information is not there. So how can you delete that? This is the process. So this is how I feel. Okay, so I told you in the beginning, this is what I have felt after doing meditation for the past 12 years. So this is what I have felt, that how meditation works. So the moment your those unnecessary information which is constantly distracting you or disturbing you is removed, you are left only with the useful information, then not only you will be able to focus well, you will be able to concentrate well, but you will be much more at peace. Because you cannot search for peace in the outer world. No, you cannot search for that. Even Gautam Buddha tried to search for peace in the outer world. Okay, then he said that no, that peace should come from within. So for peace to come from within, you have to be at peace. And for you to be at peace, your this brain has to be peaceful. And that is how we can perform meditation. You try doing it. I also was very apprehensive at the beginning when I started learning meditation, but over the years, as I am doing it, let me tell you, sometimes after the whole day's work, even in the evening I have work, after the whole day's work, I get extremely tired. And after that, if I do meditation for around 15 minutes, this transcendental meditation, because it helps you to transcend. Because at that time, when you will be hearing everything in the state of meditation, you will be hearing sound around you, a person walks besides you, you will be able to feel that, but that will not allow you to get disturbed, because your brain will be at peace. You will be able to streamline your energy. And you know that when we are able to streamline our thoughts, the friction that we experience from outer world becomes less. This meditation is a way of streamlining your thoughts so that you do not experience too much of friction from the outer world, and you can be at peace. And that's what I was telling you, that after I do 10 to 15, around 15 minutes of meditation, I feel so much refreshed from within that in the evening time also I can work with the same vigor which I have I had early in the morning. So try doing it, because you don't have to spend money, because nowadays we weigh everything in terms of money. So obviously you are not losing anything. So you try it. If you don't get derived benefit, and don't think it's instant noodle, so it will take some time. It will take around 15 days or 20 days for you to start feeling the effect. You do it on a regular basis. Even after 1 month you find that no, I'm still highly disturbed, you discard that. But if you feel the benefit, you continue, because at the end you are not paying for it. Okay, so thank you so much. I hope you like the video. Thank you.